Welcome everyone to my channel, Andy 79Z28. Welcome fellow reloaders, welcome. Anyway, this is the new Lee APP press. For those of you that have not watched all my videos, this is my bottle mod that captures the bullets or primers. See my previous video to see more about that. Now after playing with this, changing the bottle, I can understand why they use this bottle. Okay, what happens is this bottle, when you look at it, it's really not that much bigger. It's, you know, really almost the same height, and maybe 3/4 of an inch longer. It's a little wider. Yes, it holds more bullets. Yes, it holds more spent primers. But the weight of, when you're doing bullets, the weight of the bullets, this gets real heavy. So by limiting the size of the bottle, you're putting less weight on here. So you have to empty it more often maybe, but anyway, I still have the bottle mod on here, it works. Now, this is set up right now to resize 223 bullets after casting. Now, I had some issues. This is actually take 5. You're not going to see the other 4 because it was a nightmare. One, you have this slider here, okay, and the slider does what it's supposed to. You have to use, there's different pieces here. You have to change the fingers to the small fingers, and it's not hard to do. Very simple. When you remove this slide, there's a screw underneath, and you take that screw out. It's a metal screw into plastic. You just unscrew it carefully, take out the old fingers, drop the new fingers in, and put it back together. Now when you tighten that screw, remember guys, you're going into plastic. Don't try to make it tight. You just want to, you have to feel it. You go too far, you will strip it out. So you just want the screw like just flush inside. It is a, an angled head screw, so it will just flush. Don't tighten it more than that because you will strip it out. On the 223, I told you have to change these. You also have all the various parts that come with it. This is the very thin flat plate. It has 2 holes. This is the smaller hole. You use that, you put that on as well, you snap it in with the small holes to the right. They should have made that hole smaller, okay? And the reason being is the 223 being as small as it is, when it goes in, there's a lot of room for movement back and forth. I don't know if I can do anything. You can't buy these parts separately right now. It's a kit, like $30 you got to spend to get the whole thing. So I don't know when they're going to make the stuff available. I would like to possibly see if I can make something up at the machine shop, this plate. I mean, I don't have a 3D printer, but somebody with a 3D printer to make one of these up that's solid without a hole in it, possibly, where we can drill our own hole and experiment to make it fit the 223 more snugger when it falls in, because there's a lot of room in there. It's really made for like a 25 caliber bullet or something. Okay, now this is the feeder that came with the kit. Okay, some people have asked me, can you use the regular Lee bullet feeder or shell case feeder? And the answer is yes, you can, but not for 223. This never was designed to work with 223. Okay, so if we can come up with some type of an adapter in here, we could, that closes that hole up. And it's very possible we can use this then for 223 as well. But you'd have to slide thin tubes in here that hold the 223 bullets, otherwise they'll just be all over the place. So at this point, that does not work with the resizing 223 bullets. It's probably going to work with 30 cal, 357s, etc., but I haven't gotten to those yet. I started with the 223. As you can see, I have probably about 2,000 of these to resize. Now, the secondary issue is this piece that screws in. There are a couple of these pieces they give you. They give you 2 of these, larger hole, smaller hole. This is a larger hole, smaller hole. This smallest hole out of all both brackets, the smallest hole is for the 223. Now, if you're going to be using lube bullets, you probably won't have an issue, okay? But if you're using powder-coated bullets, the actual hole that goes through there, I couldn't get my powder-coated bullets to fall in, to fall through. So I had to spend some time, and at home here I don't have exactly what I wanted, but I have a little like jeweler's hobby file, a round one, and I just kept working it around until my bullets fed through smoothly. You could also buy a drill bit, or if you have access to sizes, this is again, it's going to size 224, so this is bigger. This is 226, 225 and a half, whatever the exact measurement is, 227. It will not fit through there. So you need to get like a 227 drill bit or a 228 drill bit so the bullet will slide through freely. So that was the first issue I had to deal with, that I couldn't get the bullets to feed through it. The second issue is adjusting these small fingers. There's a little screw on that plate. Those that if you've been playing already know about that screw. It adjusts how those fingers open and stuff. And it was crazy, just hard to get it set. I don't know if it was just something with me or what. I've learned more about the workings of it and how that functions, so I got some ideas I haven't administered yet. Now, putting the bullets in this tube, if you fill the if you fill the tube up and you start doing it, the first 5 or 6 bullets will start doing the weight. Will make them sit crooked. When they come down, they sit crooked. They get stuck in the fingers. They shoot across the room. So I've come down to, now this is a 60 2-grain bullet. This is from a NOE mold. So these are a little longer and heavier than your regular 55s. So I'm just dropping 15 of these in. Okay, nose first, right? And we will see how that works. So 15 of them is a little more than halfway up the tube. I think it holds 23 of them or something. This is great. I just wish we had a way to feed the bullets so we didn't have to sit here and do it this way. But this time spent is not too bad, because if you were manually doing it, you're putting it over and you're holding it, and boom, boom, you go grab another one and you put it over. So meanwhile, you fill this tube up, okay? And it just dropped one, it pushed it over, it let it go, boom. So it really does work, okay? But I find that I'm not able to fill the tube all the way, okay? I can only do like a 15, 16 bullets, and it runs smooth. If I put more than that in it, like I said, they start jamming in the fingers, they go and crooked, things like that. So that has to be addressed. I got to figure it out yet how possibly we can fix that. Now the other thing is when what I've learned so far, whether you're doing brass, decapping, whatever you're going to do on it, and you're feeding your brass down the tube, you want to make sure this handle is all the way up, that the slider is forward, before you start putting brass in or bullets. Because when I have it like this and I start putting bullets in it, they start flying out the bottom. So just little things little quirks. Now some of it may be because of it's a 223, it's very small, things like that. So this isn't really going to be a long video right now. All right, this is just going to be a short one. You'll be able, again, I'm going to put up in a previous video, you will see how I made this bottle and some ideas you can do with it. So if you want to make a bigger bottle, they're cheap enough. I just bought 2 bottles from Titan Reloading. I think they were $5 each. It was no big deal. Okay, so again, here we go. I don't fill the tube up all the way because it seems to have an issue. And you can see every now and then it catches a little bit, but it works. It does what it's supposed to do. So for those of you looking at this for doing some resizing, it is definitely faster. Okay, I mean, I'm not going at any crazy speed here because I I got bad shoulders, but still, you can see. If you have to, again, bring one in, pull your press, go get another one, bring it in. This is still faster, okay, to size your bullets with. So we're going to do one more tube worth here. Like I said, I'm doing 15, 16 at a time. Anything more than that, it gets too heavy and the bullets start flying around on me. So that's a quirk that I think if you made this hole in that plate smaller, that would make a difference in this plastic plate. What happened? Oh, see, that's what I said. It sprung. It pushed one out sideways. Okay. Too many bullets in the thing. And here, see, that's another quirk. It does that once in a while. But in general, it does it what it's supposed to do. Okay. I normally work my presses sitting down on this higher chair that's sitting here, but I find that the handle is a bit too high, you know, to comfortably work. So I'm winding up standing up more or going slower so I don't kill myself, my shoulders. Okay, so that's it. We'll load a few more and then we'll end this video. And I don't know what, I don't have any other videos right now. I'm waiting. I did a couple of videos on 3006, which is the biggest case you can fit in there. Again, it's a little quirky, but it works. It's still faster than doing it by hand. And all my single stage presses, my Rock Chucker, my Lyman American 8, I have brass kickers on them. So I can put a piece of brass in, clink. When I push it up, the brass comes out into a bucket. So that's that. But I suggest you watch a couple other videos I have on this press. There's some ideas in it and some thoughts, something you might pick up on. All my videos are live. They're not edited. I don't have time to sit down and edit videos. It just takes too much of my time. I can't. I'm not retired or anything where I can sit and play and make beautiful videos. So anyway, one last time. And again, you see, I'm not rushing anything. I'm going nice and easy. Okay. And it works pretty much flawlessly as long as you only fill the tube up maybe 2/3 of the way. Like I said, on this bullet, it's like 15, 16 bullets. On the 55 grain, I don't have any loaded, any here for sizing at the moment. On the 55 grain, that's it. On the 55 grain, you might be able to load more in the tube because I think it has to do with the total weight. Okay. That's about it. We need an automatic feeder is what we need. Anyway, thanks for watching. And keep tuned to my channel, Andy79Z28. I don't put out a ton of videos, but I do put them out, so please subscribe and get the notifications when something does happen. I'm going to be doing more things with this press as I think of them to do. I'm waiting for other things to come in the mail, as well as I bought a new toy. I will have an unboxing of a crossbow and assembly, which has nothing to really do with guns, but it was something I wanted to treat myself to. Anyway, thanks for watching.